Council of Minister, or he cannot accept the advice of Council of Minister, and he can reserve the state legislative bill, any bill, including money bill also. For what? For the consideration of president. So it means the state will gone to the president. But in one case, this is what says he may. That is not obligatory. But in one case, there is an option on him. That is, but if state legislature bill, if the state legislature bill impact the structure, power and function of the High Court, then it has to be, this is, he shall reserve the bill. It means this is mandatory. Is it clear? Yes or no? And this is the discretionary power he has. Am I clear? Any doubt? This is power is not given to the president. Sorry? Now he will not do anything. When the bill passed by the House, sent to the governor for the assent, he will give this bill to the president. That is, reserve the bill for the president. Then, now the president has all the power with respect to the state legislature. Am I clear? So he can reserve any of the bill, any bill, including money bill. But in one case, that is, he has been mandatory. If any state legislature bill which is impacting the power of High Court, its structure, its functioning, or anything, so that bill has to be reserved. Means that is a mandatory on the governor to reserve the bill for the consideration of president. This gives the power of discretionary power to the constitutional discretionary to the governor. But the president do not have a constitutional discretionary. Are you getting my point? Discretionary means acting on his own, not by on any other advice. So because of this, the constitutions or the governor has a constitutional discretionary. Am I clear? Yes or no? Any doubt? Yes. It is not mandatory. May means not mandatory. It's options. If you want, he can return. Reserve any bill. But in one case, in the case in which the state introduce any bill, such bill, or pass any such bill which is impacting the power of High Court, that bill has to be written. That is mandatory on him that he reserve. Other bill, if he want, he can reserve. Money bill also, or any kind. But in one case, he is been compulsorily binding by the constitutions that he should reserve. Getting my point? Now any doubt? No, there is no time limit. Is there any time limit for the president? Is any time limit for the president is assent, using the assent under Article 111? No. So there is no time limitation for the governor also. Now how you can remember the articles from the governor and president? How? There is one trick you can use. 99% it can match with the union and governor. Add 89 to the power of governor. Like suppose power of governor of an assent under Article 111. Add 89. It becomes, the 200 is an assent of the governor. Article 1, 2, 3 is an ordinance making power of president. Add 89 to it. It makes 312. Sorry, 213. That is an ordinance power of governor. This is how you can remember. So you can match from the union to state. Any doubt? Clear? Now what are the power given to the president with respect to the bill which is reserved by the governor to him? So what the constitution says? So that is given under article 201. So article 201 is power of president with respect to state bill. Clear? So when the governor reserves certain bills for the assent of president, it reaches to the president. Take. Now what are the options the president have with respect to the state bill? So first, he can assent the bill. And if the president give his assent to the bill becomes an act. Take. Second, or he can withhold the bill, means use the pocket veto. Third, he can return the bill, not money bill, but not money bill. Yes or no? Then if he return the bill with the suggestions of recommendations, with the recommendations, then what will happen? What is that? Then bill will go where? Where it will go? Parliament or state legislature? It will go to the state legislature. Then if the state legislature pass, then it will come back to governor or president? Governor or president? President. It will come to the president because now it has been reserved for the president. So now the governor has no rule. So it will come to the president. Then president is? He has no other options. लूप हो गया. नहीं है, ठीक है, प्रेसिडेंट के पास चला गया. नाउ व्हाट इज द पावर ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव बिल? अच्छा, प्रेसिडेंट यही पावर सस्पेंसिव वीटो पावर है. दिस इज सस्पेंसिव वीटो. सो व्हाट इज द प्रेसिडेंट पावर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द पार्लियामेंट? नाउ सपोज द पार्लियामेंट पास द बिल, सेंड टू द प्रेसिडेंट, ही रिटर्न द बिल, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? Then what will happen? Okay, then the bill will be passed again by the legislature and it will be sent to the president. Then president is bound to give his assent. And with respect to the state bill, if the state legislature send the bill again back by considering what the president has asked for the recommendation, then what are the options you have? Either he is bound or he is not bound. So he is not bound with respect to the state legislature. Yes. So when the state legislature send the bill back with the recommendations or after considering, so that is not binding on the president. So president is not bound to give his assent to the bill. It may again withhold the assent with respect to the state legislature. Only with respect to the state legislature bill. क्यों चलेगा? नहीं, वो हाउस ने कर लिया रिकंसिडर, बिल भेज दिया प्रेसिडेंट के पास. हाँ, अब वो नहीं दिया तो पॉकेट वीटो हो गया. यूज द पॉकेट वीटो. बिल पड़ा है ऑफिस में. ठीक है? यस और नो? दिस इज एन असेंटिंग पावर. Yeah. So give his assent, withhold his assent, return the bill, not money bill. Reserve the bill for the president considerations in instance where the bill is introduced in the state legislature. Endanger the position of state high court, that has been his compulsory to reserve. ठीक है? So this is legislative power. Now next under the legislative power is So these are the cases when a governor can reserve the bill for the president considerations. When the bill provisions violates the constitution, so he will reserve the bill. When the provisions opposes the directive principle of state policies, he can reserve the bill. When the provisions hinders the large interest of country, bill will be reserved. When the bill concerns the national importance, bill will be reserved. When provision mentioned the bill mentioned the acquisition of properties, that is dealt in article 31A in the constitution. So in this case also it will be reserved. These are the certain cases, examples, in which case governor can reserve the bill passed from the legislature. Yes or no? Any doubt? Any questions? Okay. Next of his power is ordinance making power, article 213. So who will answer? What is our ordinance power? Yes, ma'am. What is ordinance power? Why he is making law? Legislature. State legislature, not parliament. Yes. When the legislature is dissolved. Not in sessions. Okay. So suppose a state having a bicameral. Then both house or either of the house? It means if both the house not in session or either of the house is not session, if it is having a bicameral, yes, then he can make laws. On what subject matter he can make laws? Sir, what I'm trying to ask is, then what are the limitations on his law making process? Sir. Yes. Ma'am. Sir. Public importance is the limitation. Finance is the limitation. Do you understand? What is the limitations on the president's law making power, ordinance power? चलिए उसको डिस्कस करें. Ordinance making power है president के पास? Can ordinances promulgated by the president? Yes. So do he is restricted by anything, or he is an unlimited power? He is restricted. He is no unlimited. ठीक है. What is the limitations president have? What are the limitations do the president have? Okay, doctrine of basic structure. So it means there is only one limitation. He cannot amend the constitution. Okay. Any other? Other provisions? Any other? Other than this? I am looking for the answer. Any other? Any subject specific restrictions do he have? No? He can make law on any subject matter? No? So, what is the limitation? Option A, option B, option C, option D, fill in the blank. Military. Exactly. He hasn't limited by the list. Union list, state list, concurrent list. And now after knowing the answer, this will happen in the exam also. You will come to know, no one is listening to me. Now there is no point. So on the similar line, governor is also been restricted under this is that he can make law only on the matter of state list. कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है? So he has been restricted only to the state list. Now whatever the law he make, whatever the kind of law he make, that will have an equal effect as a law made by the state legislature. So equal effect and equal force, similar to that of a law made by state legislature. Is also be limited through the territory. Only he can make law which is even within the territory of the state. So is also a territorial restrictions. These are the restrictions imposed. Yes or no? Now, what says ordinance making means he has a power to make law when either both house, if the legislature having a two houses, so if they having a two houses, so if both the houses not in session, or one house is not, either of the houses or any house is not in sessions. So he can make laws on any subject matter which is required. Yes or no? Does it require approval? Does it require approval? Yes, it requires approval. Approval, yes or no? Yes, it requires approval of the legislature. So it says that state legislature, when they resume, when they come to the sessions. So state legislature, when in session, so within a period of 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 weeks, within a period of 6 weeks, they have to what? Approve the ordinance. Clear? This we have already been discussed. Yes or no? Can this ordinance making power can be challenged? Ordinance making power can be challenged? Yes, on the malefied. That is wrong intentions, and we have seen what is wrong intention is. Yes or no? Clear? So if you see this, so not in sessions. Now these are the reports which is to be submitted by him into the legislature. A report of State Finance Commission, State Public Service Commission, Controller and Auditor General related to state finances. So these are to be submitted or laid in the legislature. So these are his legislative power. Clear? Next is financial power. So financial power of the governor will be similar to that of an president. Like he appoints an state finance commission. Take annual financial statement of the state introduced in the house on his recommendations. Money bill introduced on his recommendations. He is he having a custody of contingency fund of the state. Yes or no? He led in the house the state financial report, state finance commission report. These are his financial power. He seeks the state budget, that is annual financial statement of the state, led in the house. He recommended and necessary for introductions of money bill in the state legislature. He recommends the demand for grants that we have seen a part of budget. which otherwise cannot be given. Contingency fund of state is under his control and he make advance out of it. This all we have already been done. Fund we have also done the 3 types of. And State Finance Commission is constituted every 5 years. Right? These are his financial power. The next is judicial power. Right? Judicial power. So other than the pardoning power, he has also some power. Like while appointing an High Court judge, President consult with the governor. Okay. He has a power to appoint an judges to the lower division, lower judiciary with the consultation of High Court. Okay. So President consult the governor while appointing a judge. In consultation with the state High Court, governor make appointment, posting, promotion of district judges. If you remember, we have done the hierarchy. So district, session judge, civil judge, criminal judge. So their appointment, promotion is done by governor. In consultation with the state High Court and state public service commissions, he also appoints persons to the judicial services. So judicial services examination is taken by the state public service commissions. Like Orissa may recruit and judiciary. So there will be a state Orissa judiciary, through which they will select and judges to the lower court, civil court, criminal court. They will be appointed by the governor after consulting with the High Court. Because why? They are under the subordinate and supervision of High Court. Getting my point? Yes or no? Okay? So they are being appointed by him. He has also the pardoning power. So what are they? We know. What is pardon? What is right, remind? That we know. How it is different from the president, we have to see. Okay? So here we will see the pardoning power. Here president and here governor. So if you see the differences, the first, the president can pardon any offense which is under the union list and applicable to whole territory of India. Yes or no? He has a territorial extents. Right? Territory of India is in his extent in comes under this. He has only, the governor can only pardon those which is within the territory of the state. Yes or no? So it has a territorial limitation. You understanding? Are you getting my point? इसको अपने language आप लिख लिया. I'm just writing the key points. So you should write in your own language. President having a wider scope in terms of territory, because he can pardon any offense from anywhere in the territory of India. But the governor having a territorial limitations, he can only pardon those offense which is committed and punished by the state, not outside the state. ठीक है? For example, 2002 के दंगों में 11 persons were convicted with the related to this some lady Bano, नहीं Sahabano नहीं, वो तो पुराना केस Sahabano. Okay, but the case was transferred to Mumbai. Sahabano नहीं है, some Bilkis Bano करके है कुछ. नहीं मतलब Sahabano तो 1980 का केस. So they are committed in the Gujarat, but punishment was given by Bombay High Court. So Gujarat High Court cannot pardon them. Why? Because they are out of the jurisdictions. So they have the territorial jurisdictions, limited territorial jurisdictions, only to the state territorial jurisdictions. Whereas the president having a wider territorial jurisdiction, so it can pardon any. Right? Can pardon, which comes under the union list, crimes and offense under the union list. This can pardon only it cannot pardon this, right? This has a power to pardon completely using the death sentence also. but governor cannot pardon death sentence. So with respect to the death sentence, governor remit he can respite, but he cannot pardon the death sentence. So death sentence can be pardoned only by the president, not by the governor. And next, that president having a power with related to the civilian also, it can pardon the court martial. Cases related to court martial. Army court, any sentence given by the army court. But governor cannot use his pardoning power, cannot use pardoning power with respect to court martial. So the punishment given by the military court cannot be pardoned by the governor. Any kind of, not only that sentence, any kind of punishment given by the military court cannot be pardoned by the governor. Is it clear? This is a difference between the president and governor's pardoning power. Am I clear? Yes or no? Any doubt? Jurisdictions. What is jurisdictions? Limitations, territorial limitations. He is a governor of state, so he can only pardon those which has been punished by the state high court, that particular state high court. Getting my point? Yes or no? Okay? So this is, हाँ बताइए, CM, court martial. Any other doubt? ठीक है, is it clear? Can we move further? Next. So this. So the last of the power is emergency power. What are the emergency power do the governor has? Can governor impose emergency? No. He has only one power with respect to the emergency, that is 356, that he can recommend the president or report to the president that the state is not functioning according to the provisions of the constitution. So there is a constitutional failure in the state. So please impose president rule. So this is the power given to the president under emergency power. So he has a power to make report to president whenever a situation has arisen in which the government of state cannot be carried in accordance with the provisions of governor. So this is under the 356. Other than this, governor has no power whatsoever with respect to emergency power. Am I clear? Yes or no? Any doubt? No? So this is all from the governor. Executive is over. Now we'll start legislative, but let's take a break, cut the cake, and then we will start.